talk about today? I think I'd like to talk about Karlyn Borysenko because she's running an internet cult. And I always find that really, really interesting. Um, and I guess recently she got into a tussle with some Trump supporters. It's like all over Twitter. Hold on, let me see what I can pull up here. Um, let's see. Just give me a second. I don't know. I just thought I'd come chill with you guys. So, if you're not familiar, Karlyn uh, Borysenko, I think that's how you say it, believes that she is the only one to talk about the left in the way that she does, to call them out, and she's the one. She's the only one. And I guess for an entire year, she was sort of harassing and stalking James Lindsay, which is like, I guess, like for me, pretty low hanging fruit. I'm like, I don't really get it. I guess she was calling herself a libertarian for a while. And we all know how right in the head those people are. So it just seems like the grift that keeps going. And she's one of those people. So there's two different kinds of internet cults. The first kind of internet cult is the kind that's decentralized, that has minor figures within it propagating its ideology. So that would be something like transgenderism, which I consider to be a decentralized internet cult. And then you have the more centralized internet cults that revolve around a cult of personality of one singular person who has followers on the internet that have parasocial relationship with this person. And, the one time I ever went to watch Karlyn Borysenko, however you say her name, I went to like one of her live streams once and she screamed at me. She told me, it's fine that you're here, but you need to re-educate yourself. You need to listen to me, and then maybe you'll learn something and you can stick around. Because I think what I was saying was all of these people that you're talking about are basically the same, but she thinks she's the only one with any kind of analysis on the left, of the left, even though if you look into her and her story and you see the people that she's burned along the way, this person, is it Carrie Smith, I think her name is, and then there's Mike Harlow. These are people that were in the walk away movement with her. And I guess she also had a deal with Prager University to do some videos with them, but they like quietly moved away from her because she's a complete and utter psychopath who is also a cult leader, and she is running her own internet cult, in my opinion, which she calls the cult. I mean, these people are always telling you exactly what they're doing. So she's been on Fox News twice within like the past several weeks, being this go-to source about Antifa somehow. And I guess she's openly declared war on Andy No, which is very weird and strange to me. I guess she just has to find targets for her narcissistic abuse. So here she is being a ham beast. And let me see. Where am I going here? Right. So Comrade War 2 has been declared on Mr. Andy No. Andy is not a real journalist anymore. He does no on the ground reporting, and only because he had a milkshake with concrete mixed in it thrown at him and had a brain injury from these people. It wasn't safe for him anymore. But he wrote an entire book about it. And he's, I think, become a go-to authority on these people. And she's just simmering with rage and jealousy, I think, about anyone else who talks about this, because she is a cult leader. So she smokes pot. On stream, she might be a little paranoid. I just think she's a dangerous person. Like, I think she's a psychopath. Anyway, Comrade War 2 has been declared on Mr. Andy No. Andy is not a real journalist anymore. He does no on the ground reporting, blah, blah, blah. That's because they threw a milkshake mixed with concrete in it. Andy has been sending his people to smear me to others in DMs to try to get people to stop working with me. Andy has refused to give credit for my work. What work? Where you listen to communists talk about their plans that won't ever happen? That's just what I think about these people. I don't think they have any real power. Okay? It's not real. And that's why they have to constantly scream about what they want to do, because they don't have any real power. Even Bernie Sanders, who I guess is their sort of guy, right? He doesn't do anything. What has he done for them? Andy has refused to give credit for her work because he's intimidated, supposedly, and jealous. That sounds like projection from here. Intimidated and jealous. That sounds like what you are. That I'm better than him at this. I've heard from multiple independent, and she's not the only one that goes out there and videotapes these people. And she's just recently, I guess, put herself in Portland to be on the ground there, and got into a scuffle with Trump supporters where she called them retards. Because I guess she's a libertarian, and she also believes in this psychic named Joshua. And in fact, she dedicated her dissertation to that. Hold on, let me get there. Let me bring that up, because that is some hilarious stuff here. Just a second. I want to read Karlyn's PhD PDF. So let's just find a picture of her while we read her PDF of her PhD. Here she is. Oh yeah, and this is like, I guess, the pedophile that she dated. She's a psychopath. She's an internet cult leader, if I've ever seen one. All right, so this is called, oh, and she like threw a binder at a coworker's head. She's not well. This is called A Grounded Theory Study of Young Professionals Coping with Being the Target of Workplace Bullying by Karlyn R. Borysenko. And I just want to read the dedication, because this is something very strange that I don't usually see in academic papers. And where did she go? She went to some silly place. It's on the thing here. Hold on. Where was it? Capella. So I think Capella is one of those like pay as you go. You could probably like do it online kind of places. And it's not like, I don't know. It's not, let's just say it's not the top of the top. She wasn't at like Harvard or Cornell or something like writing this. All right, so where is it? So this is called, again, A Grounded Theory Study of Young Professionals Coping with Being the Target of Workplace Bullying. Interesting. And she has this dedication in which she talks about her psychic. So dedication. There are many people who touched my life during my academic journey, but I must start with my husband, Victor, who has been by my side and has unconditionally supported every whim I've had, however unrealistic, in the time that we've been married. Victor, I knew there was something about you the moment I met you. You're my soulmate, and I wouldn't be having the success I am today if it wasn't for you. There are not enough words to properly thank you for everything you've done. I wouldn't have been able to complete this journey without the kittens. First of all, have you ever seen a dedication at the beginning of an academic PhD dissertation? I haven't. Let me know in the comments if you have. So she wouldn't have been able to complete this journey without the kittens. She says, you know who you are. After my experience being the target of workplace bullying, it was the kittens who had my back immediately and unconditionally. They were my friends, my confidants, my support system. For a long time, they were the only people I trusted, and they have never let me down. Ladies, I don't know if you ever truly knew how much that meant to me. I love you all dearly. And then there's Joshua. So Joshua's her psychic. This is well documented. Joshua is not an it is not an exaggeration to say that you have changed my life, and you've done it in ways I never would have anticipated. Because of you, I'm a better coach, a stronger person, and I believe in my ability to achieve the impact I want to have on the world, even if it sometimes takes me longer than I'd like. Thank you for opening my eyes to so many things. I'm happier than I've ever been in my life, and it's because of you. I would be remiss if I didn't thank the targets of workplace bullying who bravely shared their stories with me. Each of your contributions impacted this work and will hopefully help others who are going through a similar ordeal. So this is just the dedication part of Karlyn's PhD.pdf, which I can link below if anyone else wants it. I didn't read the whole thing. I just read that beginning part about her psychic Joshua, and I thought it was pretty funny. So she's declared open war on Andy No because Andy No has pissed her off for some reason. Oh, I guess he was posting the video of what happened with the MAGA people. So let's watch that.
Are you a he, she? Hang on a minute. You're a he,
Yeah, I'm a he, she. Yeah, that's I'm a he, she. I'm a he, she. You got it. No, this is stupid fucking MAGA supporters not knowing.
MAGA, I love Trump.
I'm being fucking attacked by MAGA supporters tonight because they're fucking retards.
Okay,
MAGA supporters are fucking retards.
My question is, do you like the government, how it's been running?
Retards.
You got footage.
Retards.
You got footage of him hitting me, right?
Oh my god.
No.
Every fucking time.
You didn't
Every
get footage
fucking
of him
time. You think I'm Antifa? Record me. You think I'm
Back up off me, bitch. She's not Antifa.
Don't accuse me.
I didn't say anything. I don't do anything. I didn't say anything. Oh, but these are...
Are you a he, she?
Yeah. So I don't know what her deal is. I think she's just really a narcissist and a bully. And, you know, you could say she's a libertarian or a groiper or whatever she's calling herself. But these are the things with a lot of these people. So it's like her, Candace Owens, and others. But they don't believe in anything except for themselves. I really think they're very satanic without even maybe knowingly being satanic, right? Like, you know, I'm not saying they worship Satan, but they have inverted the power dynamic, right? They've become their own god. And then because they're cult leaders and because they're like this, they're narcissists, they have to have people in their orbit that they can control and bully into submission. And I believe that's what Karlyn Borysenko is all about. And she blocked me, of course. So let's see. So that's something I kind of wanted to talk about. That's something I saw recently. Here she is again. What are you guys saying here in your chats? He refuses to acknowledge her and she gets so mad. Do you mean Andy No refuses to acknowledge Karlyn? I mean, I think it's probably for the best that he doesn't get sucked into like her narcissistic rage baiting. It's probably best. Like the moment that you know, I get yelled at on a stream and being like a new listener to her channel is the moment that I check out. I'm like, oh, you're actually like a cult leader. Like I don't need to be listening to you at all. Terry says, nice undercut. Been there with my undercut era. Yeah, that's why you don't want to go down there. Yeah, I mean, it just seems so people like her, I think, are out there for clicks. They need, you know, the spectacle, and it helps. And like I said, she's been on Fox News twice recently, and you know, I don't know what to make of that. Like, is Fox News vetting? I mean, I don't think they do. I think they just find someone that might be talking about this thing, and put them on. Like, I don't think they don't seem to vet their guests much, or if they are, it's like someone who's a fan of hers, which is kind of interesting, or scary, depending on how you look at things. So I think there are like other videos from other angles of her harassing people. But yeah, so hold on. We'll go to her page. Right. I mean, what is interesting about her is that she tells everybody that she's a cult leader. So, like, let's look at her Twitter real quick. Karlyn Borysenko, anti-communist cult leader, right? So these people always tell you what they're doing, what they're up to. You know, you really should listen to them. People show you who they are all the time. And so, and she thinks she's like the only person that does this. She's the one.